Assalamualaikum and a very good day to you all. In this video, I would like to share with you on how to solve this kind of questions. Okay, so what we have to do is to write this whole fraction as partial fractions. Okay, so let's get started. So we have 2x plus 3 over 2 minus x minus 3. Okay, so for this one, we have to, first thing first, we have to make sure that it is proper or improper. Okay, so let's have a look. The power of the numerator is 1. The degree. Okay, degree 1. Okay, while for this one, since we have factors, so we have to multiply the x's. So we find the x here and then the x here. So this x is power 1, this one also power 1. Okay, so if we multiply them, we will get x to the power of 2. So the degree is 2. So since the degree of numerator is less than denominator, therefore this fraction is proper. Okay, it's proper. So we don't have to perform long division for this one. Okay, so we can proceed to the next part lah. So 2x plus 3, I copy paste everything. Okay, now next we have to look at the denominator, whether it has been factorized or not, since we already factorize. Okay, so no need to factorize the denominator. Okay, so discount already lah. Okay, now we want to make this whole bracket whole fraction apart, so we have to know how many new fractions that we will form. Okay, the way that we know that is by looking at the brackets that we have. Okay, so we have 1 over here, so 2 minus x. We have a fraction that has 2 minus x as the denominator, and then the other one I use different color lah. Okay, this one. Okay, we have x minus 3. Okay, now so this is the step. Now what's the next step is that we haven't figured out what is the numerator here. So in order to do that, we have to make sure the fraction is always proper. Okay, what I meant was that if the power of denominator is 1, then the highest possible power for the numerator for this fraction is 0. Okay, since we don't know what is the coefficient, so we can just put any letter lah. I like to put C. Okay, not necessarily we put A, right? Okay, now for the second fraction, the denominator is 1. Okay, degree 1, power 1, x power 1. So the highest possible degree or the highest possible of x is 0. It cannot be 1, because if it is, then the degree of numerator is not less than the denominator here. Since it's not less, then it will be not proper fractions. Okay, so we don't want that lah. Okay, so for this one, we don't know what is the coefficient, put D. Okay, so the partial fraction that we will have is this. Now the next step is for us to figure out what C and D is. Okay, so maybe I can rewrite this back properly. Okay, since we have those scribbles may obstruct your view. Okay, so 2 minus x plus d over x minus 3. Okay, now the next step is that we cross multiply these two. Okay, so in order to do that, okay, I have a quick way to do it lah. Okay, you don't have to multiply everything ke apa ke, no need. Okay, what we need to do is we have to realize that these are two fractions that we need to combine. We need to add them. Since we cannot add them just like that, because the denominators are not the same like this, they are not the same clearly, so we have to make the denominator the same. or rather we have to make it like this. Okay, that's the aim. Okay, so what we have to do is to combine those two, these two fractions as one. Okay, so the quick tip is that now in this fraction, c already has 2 minus x down here. Okay, so we put the one that c don't have. Okay, what I meant was that over here we must have 2 minus x and x minus 3. Okay, now c already has 2 minus x, so c don't have this one yet, so we put them next to each other. Okay, and then plus, now d pula. For d already has this one. Okay, what d don't have, what d don't have is 2 minus x. So copy paste lah, like that. Okay, settle. And then the rest, the denominator, you just copy, x minus 3. Okay, and then 2x plus 3, and then 2 minus x, x minus 3. Okay, so we done with the make the two fractions on our right hand side as one big fraction. Now, as we can see here, these two parts are just the same thing. We can compare, or if you can think as a cancel, they cancel each other, then also can lah, because tak apalah, just compare lah. Okay, okay, now so cx minus 3 plus d 2 minus x. I don't recommend you to expand it yet, because we have something, some interesting point to see over here. Okay, now we are we want to figure out what c and d is. So what to do? Okay, now you see this bracket, okay, this bracket can be 0 if, okay, if x equals 3, while this one, okay, can be 0 if x equals 2. Okay, so by using this properties, special properties from the equation, it can help us find the answer faster by letting x equals 3 and letting x equals 2. Okay, so just ganti lah, right? X equals 3 means that 2, you ganti 3 here, plus 3 equals right hand side. Now the blue part says can be 0 if x equals 3. So since equals 3 already over here, so clearly the c part is, the bracket is 0 plus d 2 minus 3. Okay, and then c multiply 0, 0 lah kan. Okay, so 2 minus 3 minus d, correct. And then 2, 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, so d is minus 9. Okay, now we do the same thing for x equals 2. So 2 plus 3, okay, equals, now c 2 minus 3 plus d. Now since x equals 2 will be 0, since if we let x equals 2 inside the bracket, this bracket, the one that I circle in red, it will be 0. Okay, so 2 minus c, this one 0 lah, doesn't matter lah, ignore. So plus 3, 4, 7. Okay, so c is minus 7. So we already have our c and d, the one that we want to figure out. Okay, I'm using OneNote, so I can copy paste. Okay, for you guys, if you use pencil or pen, you have to rewrite everything lah. Therefore, this is the partial fraction. Just substitute the value of c and d. C in front. Okay, c in front, d at the back, 9, like that. Okay, now perhaps we can make it nice by putting the minus in front. Okay, so minus 7 over 2 minus x and minus 9 over x minus 3. Okay, so this is the partial fraction. Okay, so maybe we can do one more example. Okay, for this one. Okay, write 2 minus 3x over 6 plus x minus x squared. Okay, now for this one, first thing first, we have to look this one degree 1, this one degree 2, so proper lah. Okay, settle. Now next we have to factorize the denominator over here. So we haven't factorized it yet, so 3x over 6 plus x minus x squared. Okay, oh, maybe I do it down here. Okay, now I do it here lah. Okay, so 6 minus x squared. Okay, what I'm doing is the crude way of doing the factorization. Okay, so some of you might not feel very comfortable doing it. 3, 2. Correct. Oh, wrong. Wrong. Okay, x I1 minus 3. Okay, and then this one plus lah. Okay, minus 3 plus 2. Okay, minus 3. Okay, so this is the factorization. So 2 minus 3x over 3 plus x, 2 minus x. Now I would like in this case, I think some of you might made a mistake. Yes, the mistake was if you use EQN. Okay, EQN, you just push the buttons without knowing. Okay, if you use that, you will get x equals minus 3. Okay, x equals 2. Okay, which is not wrong, but it will be wrong over here. Okay, now you see what I meant. Okay, now what you've learned before, if you get EQN and then you do the reverse engineering thing, right? Equal 0, and then this one x minus 2 equal 0. So what you will have is x plus 3, x minus 2. Now, do you notice what is the difference? Okay, maybe you need to pause the video or for you to take some time to notice the difference. Okay, now let me tell you what is the difference. The difference is at over here. Okay, now this mistake is very common. That is why I choose this very question. Okay, now when you do EQN, you must make sure the EQN that you key in, the x square always positive. Okay, in this case it is negative. Okay, so what you have to do over here for the whole fraction here, okay, maybe I use different color, this one, for the whole thing here is that 2 minus 3x over, you have to make this x square positive. This x square positive. Okay, how to do that is factor minus 1. Okay, so what you will have is minus 6 minus x plus x square. You see over here it is positive already. Okay, now from here you can use your EQN. Okay, 2 minus 3x, and then you use your beloved EQN some more, right? Okay, so you get x plus 3, x minus 2. You see, what you got from EQN is here, same, but with the difference of a minus 1 outside of the bracket. Okay, I use the ancient way of factorizing. That's why I get this one. Okay, so but these two are just the same thing, so please take note. Okay, if you want to use EQN, make sure you take note, you factorize minus 1 for x square. You must make sure x square is positive. Otherwise, you will get the wrong factorization. Okay, so yes, I just rub this off. Okay, you can rewind the video if you want to, if you think it's too fast for you. Okay, so since this one EQN only lah, otherwise you can get confused some more, right? Okay, now this one yeah, settle lah. Okay, now so this is the fraction. Denominator we have factorized. Okay, so 3x 3 plus x 2 minus x. Okay, now the next step is that form the new fraction lah. 3 plus x, okay, plus, okay, this one 2 minus x. Okay, now this one degree 1, atas numerator must degree 0, so A. Okay, this one degree 1, the highest possible must be degree 0, so B. Okay, so this is the thing that we want. Okay, now just now I share with you the trick to make to combine this fraction, right? Okay, so over here A already has 3 plus x, so what A don't have is 2 minus x over here. So bring over there 2 minus x. Okay, and then plus. Okay, now B pula. B already have 2 minus x. So what B don't have is 3 plus x. Okay, so 3 plus x. Correct. And then we have 2 minus 3x. Okay, so yeah. And then over 3 plus x, 2 minus x. Okay, and then this is everything. You just combine them since this is the objective. Okay, now we can compare 2 minus 3x. Oh, my 3 is horrible. 3 A 2 minus x plus B 3 plus x. Okay, now from here we know this bracket can be 0 if x equals 2, while the second one can be 0 if x equals minus 3. So we can use these two information to let the whole equation, the whole x to be, we can substitute x 2. Okay, the other one we can substitute minus 3. Okay, minus 3. Okay, when we let x equals to 2 minus 3 2 equals, now this one 0 lah. Okay, A 0. Okay, plus B 3 plus 2. Okay, so what we have is berapa tu? 6. 2 minus 6 minus 4. We have B 5. B is minus 5 over 4A. Salah. Minus 4 over 5. Okay, now the next one is 2 minus 3 minus 3 bracket, don't forget, and then A 2 minus bracket minus 3 bracket, close some more, plus B. Remember the second one is 0 because x minus 3, so 0 here lah. Actually you don't want to write whole this also, you just write away to write 0 so can, no problem. Okay, this one 2 minus 9 minus 7, this one 5 oh 5 also. Oh yes, so A is minus 7 over 5. Okay, so what is our expression, partial fraction that we have here? Okay, I copy. Okay, and then put it here. Now I padam this one first. Okay, padamlah this one. Okay, now A is this one, so minus 7 over 5. B is minus 4 over 5. Okay, now this one also most student will tend to most student tend to make mistake. Okay, what I meant was, okay, now from the previous example you see, just bring the negative in front, right? for this one, you have to be careful with, because you are dealing with fraction. Okay, most of you will write this. Okay, and then this one also. Okay, which is wrong because this 5 we are putting 5 in front of the whole thing. Okay, so it's wrong for you to put only in front of 2. You must multiply it by x as well, but you don't have to do that lah. Okay, just write it nicely. Okay, just simply put, you put 5 in front, everything existing you put a bracket, that's all. Okay, this same goes to this one. Okay, 2 minus x, and then what going down? 5, right? I just put like that, no need to expand some more, dah settle. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so thank you for your time and attention. Assalamualaikum, have a good day.